It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Well, today I have a special guest. His name is Frank Waszkun. He's the owner of Busy's out of Toronto, Canada. Frank has a mid-sized dealership up there. He's doing great things, and I wanted to bring him on today and talk about our industry. Frank, how's it going, man? It's great to have you on.
Well, great to be on, Ray. I've been so excited for this for a little while. I'm out in Turks and Caicos enjoying the good weather, but I'll be back in Canada on the 4th.
Well, it looks like it's a little bit warmer there than it would be in Toronto, that's for sure.
They're telling us it's not that bad in Toronto right now.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Frank, you know, we've been talking through social media for a while now, and I know you have a pretty good-sized dealership up there in Canada, in the North America area. And tell us a little bit about your business, and then I want to talk about how you're positioning yourself as a dealer to kind of pivot and maintain and continue its relevance, as I say.
So we're trying to do a few things. So we're Canada's largest Conoco Minolta dealer, and we have a really nice base of customers in the Toronto GTA area as well. Now we're doing quite a bit in the States with their IT solutions and our cyber products. We're trying to pivot. I like the word pivot because people don't like it, but I really like it because the industry is changing. It has been for the last 10 years. So paper's been going away, as we all know, because we're all in this channel. So we've decided that we're going to go after some of the same small customers and medium-sized and large-sized customers with a new piece that's real estate. So we're adding some agents, some commercial agents to our team, and we're going to be chasing them for their tenant representation and the buy and sell of their buildings. And that's really where our pivot lies, as well as we're offering some website design, that kind of thing. But really, our biggest pivot is that real estate piece so far.
That's pretty interesting. So we know that commercial real estate's obviously been impacted by COVID and the work from home and all these things, and the remote worker, if you will. So it's just interesting to see a copier dealer, if you will, a print-centric dealer kind of pivot into that space. But I mean, how did you even decide? Okay, I'm gonna. We have people talking about document management as a diversification, and it's really not. Or hey, we're gonna put a sorter on the machine, so now we're diversified. But how did you decide on real estate? Because that's really interesting.
The truth is, I was a commercial realtor from the time I was a kid. I was about 18 years old. I did that for about 5 years, and then I went to California, got a job, and I came back, and I wanted to work in Canada again, and the problem was you need to get paid fast, and someone said, get into the copier business. So I just left real estate, 17 years ago and got into the copier business. But I always kept my license and, kept the brokerage piece. So we're an official broker, so we'll be adding agents. So that's really how I got there. So I stuck around real estate quite a bit. I did some leases. I bought some buildings for some people, and obviously sold the odd house. But really, that's what I liked. I liked the real estate piece. It's very similar to the copier game. It's very relationship focused. Just a guy trust you? Will you do a good job? Will you follow up? Will you? And that's real estate. If you're a good copier sales rep that knows how to follow up, you'll be great at real estate because that's everything. If you've got a realtor now, your biggest pet peeve is that they don't follow up with you or close the deal. So if you're good at doing some of those things that the copier business teaches you, you'll be great at real estate.
The only thing, we're losing a lot of the ones that really focus on doing what we were doing in the heyday to make a lot of money. We got a lot of order takers out there, a lot of flipping leases out there, and all that kind of stuff too.
Well, you guys got lucky in your day, right, where you made 10 grand on a copier. We're making $500 if we're lucky. So we have to.
Or managed print services back in the early 2000s when it was born, not yesterday. Where you could go into a customer and they're buying an HP OEM toner, and you could show them where they're paying 4 cents a page, and we'd go in there for 3.5, save them a half a cent, but we'd end up financing used 40, 50 printers. I mean, it was nuts, and the revenue was so crazy. Sales reps were making $7, $8, $10, $15,000 commission on a managed print services contract.
Well, that's why I love talking to you, Ray, because you know so much about the business. As a matter of fact, you know so much more than I do. That when I listen to you, I get all my information, so I don't really need to go far because you tell me what lows are, what their what their positives and negatives are, and I just love listening to what you say on a weekly basis.
Well, I love doing what I do, and it's fun. The industry's changing drastically. I mean, real estate's quite a pivot, but I can see some of the similarities of what you're doing, which is very, very interesting. And so, How have you fared through the COVID in Canada market with the copier business? I mean, how are things going for you now? And are you coming out?
Yeah,
of this?
no, we really died. For 2 years, we died. We took advantage of some of the government subsidies. We were down 70% of our revenue, but things have picked up. So we're up to, let's say back up to, like down 20% or, and we do see things picking up. We definitely in the production space, we see things picking up. But I would say, listen, who's kidding who? Xerox was a $22 billion company. They're a $7 billion company, and their main product was selling copier machines. So we know that business is going away. So I've got a great product that I'll be showing at the dealer show on the 16th to 18th with Michael Stromaglio, if I'm lucky, called the Atmophizer, which is a air pollution technology product. I'll post a video maybe next week about it. I've got a great video on it, but we're the official supplier of that product for North America. It's an incredible product, and we may see some of the manufacturers put their labels on it in the new year.
Well, that'd be awesome. I want to follow up with you on that.
Yes,
interesting things. The whole pandemic has caused a shift in a lot of the dealers, and they were selling the thermostats and all these things, and a lot of that, some of that will be temporary. Some things will stick around. We were talking off camera a little while ago, and you mentioned, in Asia they've been wearing masks for a decade. So
that's right. That's right.
Well,
that's right. So you said to me, "Oh, it's a 2-year thing."
Hopefully,
they've been doing it for 10 years, right? A 3-year thing. So it's a thing. This thing's going to be around forever, and they're telling us that you can have these things in a home on a small scale above your fridge, in two different rooms at a very low price, and people are concerned. This thing is real. No one's going to fake that it's not real. We know some friends who have kids that have got it and they're in the hospital, so it's real. It's sticking around. So not that I want to take advantage of it, but it's there. So we'll have to.
You have to. It's a supply demand issue. If there's a demand out there, you're foolish not to fill it with a supply. If you have the supply.
That's right.
Well, Frank, it was great talking with you, and I wish you luck in the real estate thing, the print business. Let's get together again, and it's great to see dealers out there, entrepreneurs really driving business, because it's truly about entrepreneurism. It's about taking the ball and run with it and taking advantage of opportunities when they present themselves. It looks like you do all those things, so I'm excited for you.
Well, Ray, thank you very much for having me. And of course, I can't remember if we talked about this, but I think you're Polish, so wesołych świąt, or a bit of Polish, right?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't speak it like you do. I notice you speak three languages, but I'm not.
I do, yeah.
I can barely speak English. If you listen to my videos, you'll realize that. But I get by.
Well, have a very happy New Year, and thank you for having me on.
Okay, I appreciate you, Frank, because we all know
Thanks,
this:
Ray.
status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo. We'll see y'all tomorrow.